So recently, there has been some problematic scenes in Snow White from, I don't know, some jackass who has been having some problems with the old classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and saying that the sleeping kiss is problematic and promotes rape culture. And would you look at this? Disney's latest battleground for cancel culture war after the ride was deemed problematic over a Prince Charming kissing Snow White without consent. Now, there was a new ride before I've heard that has been out in the public in Disney World or Disneyland that is getting some traction. And I don't know anything about the ride, but I'm just going to my knowledge of the film. Let's keep on reading this from The Independent. California theme park reopened after the pandemic lockdowns with the rampant Snow White Enchanted Witch ride featuring an animatronic recreation of the Fables Smooch. In the review in the new ride for sfgate.com, now alleged managed editor Katie Down and contributor Julia Treman wrote that the kiss should be removed, like the other problematic scenes from the rides, like Jungle Cruise, Splash Mountain. We've already agreed that the consent in the early Disney films is a major issue. That teaching kids that kissing, when it hasn't been established, if both parties are willing to engage, it is not okay, they wrote. It's hard to understand why the Disneyland of 2021 would choose to add a scene with such an old-fashioned idea as of what a man should be allowed to a woman. Because this is a film that was made, what, nearly 8 decades ago? Because, here's the thing. Now, if you don't know anything about the film, or at least the context, I had the chance of watching it. So Snow White had been eating the poison apple from the old hag, who was the evil witch. And as she was laughing hysterically, the seven dwarves had came up and trying to save Snow White, but they were too late. And so all they can do is chase her off, try to take her down and kill her, only for her to try to sabotage and at least drop a rock on them, and only for the lightning to strike by her feet, falls and dies. Excuse me. It really, and then there was a little monologue that's showing all that what had happened, that the seven dwarves were disheartened and just saddened the fact that she had killed Snow White. And really, and they couldn't bring the burden of having to bury her in the ground, so they had built enough time, getting all like gold, glass, diamonds, and making their own coffin. And it took them a year to build, and she was kind of preserved. And later on, they made a little funeral. And the prince, I don't know who it was, the prince or some other guy, came up and said, like, once, or singing the song once more, and kissing her, or true love's kiss will save her from being poisoned and wake her up. And then the film kind of goes along and lives happily ever after at the end. I would be, and from this Katie Down and Julia Treman, I would be concerned more about the bed sores that she couldn't. I would be concerned about the bed sores that she could be having, rather than being kissed by someone and being saved. It really shows you how crazy these people are. They didn't watch the film. Clearly, they didn't. And in the book, and one of the poisons that the evil witch had made, it said that the only thing that can stop this was true love's kiss. It wasn't just like some crazy barbarian going up and like, hey, I'm gonna kiss her. No. It was just someone who would, a guy who had seen her before singing and looking beautiful, and so I had to save her. This really just shows you how crazy these people are. How they don't know anything, and they just go on in this tirade and saying it's rape culture, it's cancel culture, it's racist or sexist. And I just had enough. I think I just the stupidity. I watched Snow White. I thought it was okay. A good Disney film. Certainly of a product of its time, especially with many of the other classics. But are we at least going to talk about this? It's just a product of its time. It's not going to hold the same kind of standards that we may have, supposedly. Anyways, this is all on the independent. Kind of shows you how loony this is. Oh, and there's some reviews, I think. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, make sure to click on that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification if you want to see more videos. And I'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks.